this eating cats and dogs or whatever. And the point that I really want to drive home is, for lack of a better word, there was a reason why it was so easy for Hitler, to walk 6 million Jewish people down to the inferno camps and burn them up, because he dehumanized them. He did a whole propaganda campaign to make it easy to do that. Trump is doing the same thing. Getting in that bully pulpit where he knows that he has at least 80 million people that he can influence, to dehumanize, to make it easier. You know what I'm saying? To make police officers, you know what I'm saying, have full immunity. You know what I mean? All of these different things that you can do when you actually get into the mindset, of an electorate, to make it easy to disenfranchise, and really actually victimize a particular group of people.
Correct.
That kind of comment went over a lot of people's heads, and they may have thought it was like a joking thing or whatever the situation may be. But no, when you got 80 million plus people that hinge on every word that you say and you dehumanize them, it makes it easier to victimize them.
All right, time.
All right.
Okay. Now, the question that's hand. Keep that microphone in your hand. What do you say to those people that have an issue with Kamala for those three things that I just
read those
mentioned?
issues
those
out
three
again.
things is she has have locked up a lot of the black guys, a lot of our black men wrongfully. She has not identified with the black race. There's nowhere where she's saying that she is black. And then the third thing is that she was quoted saying that she would not do anything specifically for the black race.
Well, I'm going to start with the middle. And I'm going to keep it transparent because Streets and I we have talked. I ain't going to tell you no lie, full transparency. When I first came into the understanding that she was the replacement, for Joe Biden or whatever, I had some issues with Kamala, as I'm sure a whole lot of other people did. I'm a reparationist, and I hope we get to that question before the night is over.
Right.
And I'm actually the one that gave you the question about that.
Yes.
She is on record for saying that initially 4 years ago, or however long, when she was running for the presidency, or however long, oh no, I'm not going to do anything specifically for black people. No, she said that. 100%. She said that. I had a whole issue with that because me, B-Level, you know me, I'm 100% down for my people. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I live. So I know that specific things have been done for the LGBTQ.
Right.
I know specific things have been done for the Hispanic and Latinos.
Yes.
I know specific things have been done for the Native Americans. Mm-hmm. I know specific things have been done for, the Jews. You understand what I'm saying? That washed all over me when she said that. Because
how do you, so with that bothering you, how are you still able to go and vote for her?
Well, no, I did my research.
Okay.
And what I mean by that, I later came into the understanding. She said that if a reparation bill came across her desk, she would sign it. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, I did my research on that. Heavily. No. This is over a period of time. You know what I mean? Initially, no, she did say that. And that was my reserve with her. 100%. No, she said it 100%.
She did not say she was signing.
No, she did say that.
No, she did not.
Okay, well, we'll pull it up. Fact check.
You got 3 minutes.
Right
3 minutes.
You know what I'm saying? She said if something regards to reparations.
I think we need to have the conversation. Is what she said.
No.
She didn't say she was signing.
No, I heard with my own ears her say that. So no, I did.
No, ma'am.
Scully. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
You got 2.5 minutes,
don't do that. No, but I'm still reserved about it. Because sometimes I do know that people will say, in other words, that's still not enough for me. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So let me pass the mic. Go ahead.
Okay. Scott, do you want to speak on those 3 things that people are having an issue with?
Yeah, sure. I'll speak on them. Again, these are 2 politicians. They've got all of them have histories. They got backgrounds. They got baggage. They got good stuff they've done that some might think is good. At the same token, somebody might think that same thing that you think is good is bad. Certainly, Kamala Harris was a prosecutor, and
Correct.
in that field, I mean, I'm an attorney. Mistakes are made all day long, and it takes a whole lot more than just a prosecutor to lock somebody up. It ain't just one. So yeah, certainly, I think there's been
And a sex offender prosecutor for children.
So anyway, wait. I have the mic, young man. I got the mic, young man. Because be boisterous. Thank you. Absolutely, and I am your elder. That's right. So anyway, I think there are absolutely issues that we can pull up. That is one that I think people do have to look at. She's talked about it, and she's acknowledged that she's made mistakes, right? And so I think to your point that you have to do the research now. As I said earlier, we got two candidates, right? So we can beat these candidates in the ground and we'll have nobody. Or you can take the two, and again, like I said earlier, decide which one fits you, your family, your lifestyle best, and rock and roll with it. I think the second question was something about reparations. Reparations is like a big issue. I mean, we're not.
Yeah, we're not there. We're going there next. We're going there. We're going there.
Get to reparations.
Yeah, we're going there.
What was the second? Wait.
The second one, and you've got a minute left. The second one on Kamala was not identifying as being black.
Oh yeah, I don't give a shit what she is. You know what? I mean, and again, this is a Donald Trump thing. He did it.
Yeah, but you might not. But there are a lot of people that might need.
I'm gonna answer the question.
Okay.
I don't give a shit what she is. But what we saw is Trump did the same thing with Obama. Now, to that point, she has said she is black. She went to HBCU. Her daddy black.
Right.
Her sister black. She black. But again, at the end of the day, is that one of the points is this, is that she's acknowledged it. So again, we're trying to make an issue that actually somebody else introduced her opponent in there, and the woman is black.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if there's people still confused.
And it says
Yeah.
it.
So okay, there was a third question, right?
You run out of time. We there was the third, but you ran out of time.
Okay,
All right, we're
cool.
gonna go over here. 5 minutes over here. Those three things we gave you guys. Those three things. Do you have an issue with those three things with Kamala?
List them one at a
Mike, to you.
List them one at a time. And,
The three things that
Well,
people.
number one.
Kamala. She locked up a lot of black men.
Facts.
Wrongfully. She has not identified with being the part of the black race. And then
Facts.
she has said that she was not going to do anything specifically for the black race.
Facts. I'm done.
Okay. Streets.
Like I said, I'm from California, and doing my researching, she have locked up innocent man. It's on Netflix. You can go watch it. He'll tell you all about it. So it's facts. What was the second question again?
That she does not identify with being black.
Oh, we know she ain't black.
Well, what is she?
What?
Answer that.
Okay.
What is she, Scholar? What is
Please
she?
answer it.
So her genealogy or her family history, her father is Jamaican, so he's not black American. No, skin color, yes,
black.
but he's actually. See, that's the problem I have with black folks. We want to think that because everybody shares the same skin tone or the same features that we're all on the same playing field, and we're not. There are a lot of dark-skinned people that look like us that don't agree with us. They don't agree with our ideologies or anything, and that's facts. Okay, so when you talk about just because she looks like a black woman, just because she went to a HBCU and pledged Alpha Kappa Alpha, there's right now in Little Rock at Arkansas Baptist College, the whole team, baseball team, are white males. Makes no difference about what school I go to if that makes me part of a race or a culture. It has to do with
One minute.
I was taught, how I was brought up. Kamala's father was a Marxist. Her mother was Indian, and they were a certain class of Indian. When I talk Indian, I'm talking about dots, not feathers. If you get offended about that, I'm sorry, but we're talking about India, so they're Indians, and so. Her whole ideology was surrounded by Marxism. If you don't know what Marxism is, I don't have time to teach you, but you go look that up. Communism, socialist ideology, and so she is far left even of Joe Biden, and so she is not your everyday black woman. She looks black, but she is not black, and she listen. I have a problem with somebody that says pro-black this, pro-black that, and then they got a white person on their arm.
Oh.
Time. Tristan, grab that mic. Let's catch up with some of these. I know we lost a lot of them. We lost hold on, no. We lost a lot of them.
Jamal says she claims her black status during election and faked a Southern accent during her rallies. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on dots and not feathers.
Me too.
Oh, okay.
You never heard that before?
No, interesting. Okay.
Very interesting.
That was very interesting. Let me go back to let me stay on key. Marty says
yeah.
the immigrants are eating dogs and cats was a racist dog whistle. He generated the response it was intended to do, like it was intended to do. Let's see here. See if anybody.
Marty's also saying Kamala is equally black and an Indian. I do not know what difference does that make. The choice is between Trump and Harris.
Y'all brought up race. That was a question.
Yeah, it was a
Janice-
question. That was on him. That wasn't Scully. That wasn't Scully.
We're just reading the comments. That's all.
Yeah, no, that was. I get that, Scully. That was not your thing.
And responding.
Get that
I don't
mic.
know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Janice says who gives a damn what color she is. She is a decent person and Trump is trash.
Okay.
Hell, Obama wasn't black.
Oh. Okay, we're not talking about. All right, so let's. I'm going to move on because in an effort of time, we've got two more major things that we need to cover. So I'm going to move on. I know that you want. I'm going to recover that.
Put
All
somebody
right.
black as I am in there, and then you might gain my
Okay,
attention.
let's go to the first thing that Tam is wanting us to talk about, reparations. Okay. All right, and for a lot of people.
Somebody got a black mama
And you
and
know
a
Let-
black
We're
hold-
going to have to mute the mics.
Hold, let me mute their mics again. All right, so let me go ahead. Hey, listen, what mic is she on? Let me mute her mic. All right, let me give you guys the definition of reparation. Can you read that? Can you see that? All right, it says the U.S. Department defines reparation as known as repetitive justice, as crucial component of providing justice to victims of severe human right abuses and accuracies. It's the framework that seeks to address enduring legacy of over 400 years of enslavement and subsequent devastating impact on black people. Let me see. Reparations are the blueprint for collectively repairing gross human rights violations, including chattel slavery, genocide, war crimes, white supremacy violence, land theft, forced sterilization, medical experimentation, incarceration, and police brutality. I'm going to cut that and just say, have either one of, and Tam, you said, and Scully said that wasn't true, have either one of the candidates said that they would do something for that? And we haven't fact checked. We're trying to figure that out. But go ahead and.
No, neither candidate.
So if
That's
neither
come.
one of them has said that they would do it, is that room for something that
You
could be
absolutely
considered?
right.
Yeah.
Because I can sit up and bloviate and sexually,
Keep the mic to you,
intellectually
Tam.
masturbate all day long
Oh, boy.
about the issues that we
Oh
got.
boy, did she say
all
masturbate?
day long about the issues that we're having on the table. But me,
No,
No.
no. We're still on.
intellectually masturbate, because that's what we've been doing. You know what I mean? Right.
Figure out that concept.
What I am trying to say, Scully, Scott, Streets, we haven't had a whole lot of conversation between us. All of us have our different things.
But okay, so let me just ask you this: how important? I'm not interrupting you, but how important? Obviously, that's important to you, and why, Tam? Let's go
No,
there.
I'm gonna tell you why. You know, that is one of the main things that's important to me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? As an American citizen that feels like that my people have been extremely aggrieved.
Right.
You know what I mean? Reparations. These,
Right.
you know, this is, you know, everybody has their little things that they acquiesce to in terms of the political process. For me,
Right.
I'm looking for the candidates talking about some repairing.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I'm looking for.
What would you like to
know,
see done, Tam? Is there anything that you would like to see
I would like to see
specifically?
exactly what you said. You just outlined a grievance that is a fair grievance for the foundation of Black Americans, people that are direct descendants from slaves that have never been repaired. You know, every other group, however, have been. You know what I mean? In some form or fashion. So to me, that is an important platform that I don't feel like either candidate is giving enough credence to. So that might be something that my counterparts, we may not get on it or whatever. Because, the things that we're talking about are talking points that we've been arguing about for the last 50 years. This is something that I feel like needs to be introduced in the lexicon, of politics. And I'm going to pass this to Scott.
Yes, you have. Sam articulated, I think, quite well. Reparations in the word it's repairing, and she's absolutely right. And people get caught up, and a lot of folks want to put it out there. Or these people just want some money. No, reparations is not just somebody getting some money. It is acknowledging the wrong that was been done in this society, right? And so America wronged a group of people, Black folks. They're brought over here on nice Carnival cruise ships, and were promised a nice place to hang out, and that did not happen for this 400 years of slavery in this country and elsewhere. I know y'all gonna bring that mess up, but we're talking about America. Right. And so in that, what that did to that group of people, of which I think I'm Black, so I'm part of that. And so it has created a scenario where you've got a group of people that have challenges that they're still trying to overcome.
Right.
And as we said earlier, we saw through doing Reconstruction.
1 minute, 1 minute, Scott.
I know. Scully said very well. I mean, coming out of slavery, we had colleges that opened up. We had a country that tried. But you saw every time Black folks started kind of move ahead, we saw intentional pushbacks, and we still see that today. We've got a candidate that's out here that does make race a big issue through dog whistles. Intelligence will show you that it's dog whistles. You don't have to use the word race and look it up. So reparations is where these candidates absolutely do. And I think, again, you got two candidates. Decide which one's most likely to get even approximate reparations.
Come on now.
All right. Okay. Scully?
Hold on, Michael. Hold on. Intellectually masturbating?
That's it. Yeah.
You still young.
Scully,
Interesting.
Scully, would you like to talk about reparations?
If we're, I don't foresee a monetary type reparation. I think the country, the government, to date has accepted the fact that we have the black mark of slavery, literally, in our history. We've accepted that, and we're trying to move on from that and heal from that. I will say, if we're talking reparations, I think that has to be something that is looked at from the standpoint that it's not just America that owes that. We have other countries that played a part in the slave trade. You have Spain, England, you have Portugal, the Dutch. They all played a part in that. So if we're going to hold America accountable, and including Africa and our own people that were part of the slave trade and were a viable entity in getting those that they had subdued in war or whatever conflict and selling them and trading them for whatever on the west coast of Africa, we need to look at all of that. All right, and if blacks in America are going to get reparations for slavery, then you hold those countries accountable, not just America, and then the businesses that are still alive and well today, that their company's whole foundation is based on the blacks of the slave trade. I think that needs to be investigated and looked at, and then we can talk about some things. Do I think it's going to be a monetary payout? No, but I would take something like some tax cuts for over a period of time. I would take maybe free secondary education or something of that nature. Not saying that that's what I'm saying, but now understand that the same thing was proposed to the Native Americans, and they haven't gotten ahead yet. So it's going to be how we manage that, whatever it is, and how we use it. I think that they've given monies to other people throughout history of this country in a form of reparation. We have the Japanese, we have other people that received Jews. Receive payment for things that took place during a certain period of time. Slavery is one of those things we got to think that was like 260 plus years or so that went on, and yeah, we are, Scott. I believe that there is an emotional, a generational damage that it's an emotional, mental, generational damage that happens to a group of people. But here's one thing I will say on a positive note is that
we got 45 seconds.
What makes black people in America unique is that we even though a lot of us can identify with what tribe or where we came from off the coast of Africa, what we can do is say that we made a life and a culture for ourselves in this country, and that shows the resilience, the intelligence, and the mindset of black people that start literally from nothing and make something. We got to think about Black Wall Street. We got to think about 9th Street in Little Rock. We have to think. And if we want to talk about who destroyed it, it was Democrats. All right. No, because we're having no. We're talking about politics, and we're having a political debate. And at the time of the things, I am at the time. Be quiet. At the time of what you're talking about and what I stated, who was in control? Democrats. And we're talking about who's going to be in control. And I'm saying that the individuals now, if we're going to have a real conversation about reparations, it's going to be in the form of let's hold everybody that was part of the process accountable, and not just American government.
Okay, nobody said that.
Check.
No. Yeah.
Check.
We off the air again?
No, we're on there.
Oh.
Okay.
My microphone. Yes, no, they heard yours. For some odd reason, your mic is on. Oh, keep going. Your mic
Are we
is on.
still on?
Yes, we're on. But your microphone is still working.
All right. Well, let me say this. Okay. First of all, I'm not trying to look at anybody but the government that sanctioned chattel slavery. The worst type of slavery we ever witnessed. I understand Scully's talking about going and trying to go after the other countries like the Portuguese and West Africa and all that. But first of all, some of the places that we came to, them people ain't even in existence no more. They gone. All right, so let's just deal with that. No, what I'm trying to say to you is we don't even know what tribes we came. You know, a lot of those tribes and principalities, they're not even there anymore. Okay, but hold up. Okay, but who sanctioned slavery in this country?
Who sanctioned it?
Who sanctioned it?
You had several countries.
Who? No. No. Listen.
Before America was even a nation, you had
okay,
the slave trade.
So when we got okay, hold up.
Yeah.
So hold up. So
I need you to wrap that up, Tam. So we got to wrap it up.
In this country, the United States government sanctioned slavery. The United States government became one of the most wealthiest countries on the earth.
Slavery was
Hold
instituted
up.
before we even became a government.
Hold up.
So you have to hold
Okay, listen.
Stop.
Here we go.
See, no,
Here-
he's interrupting
Okay,
me.
but
I'm
here's-
trying to finish my sentence.
But listen. Both of you guys have had 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna cut you off.
I just started.
No. You started first, and then we went to him.
No. The
I've
question
not
is
asked y'all
slavery.
another question. I didn't ask you no slavery question. Y'all started talking about that while I was
the
getting
rebuttal.
the mics.
The rebuttal.
Okay, so here's it's
But
not
the
a
whole
rebuttal.
time I've been trying to rebut, he's been butting
We're
in.
not rebutting it. So here's what we're gonna do in an effort to speed up time, okay? Because we need to end this, okay? We've got 2 more major things that we need to get to. So
Okay.
I'm gonna cut the minutes down to 3, okay? Because we gotta
Okay, so
finish,
for that-
okay?
so for the other
here's
things.
2 more things that we're gonna talk about before we still got to go to Chris Webb, which we're gonna do that right
got
afterwards,
it.
okay? We're gonna go down to 3 minutes. 2 more things that I want to
You
talk
might
about
want to do
before.
Chris Webb first, right?
No. We're gonna finish the debate and then we're gonna go to Chris Webb.
Okay.
2 more things that we need to talk about before we end this debate. Abortions. Okay? Abortions is a major issue. All right. Kamala Harris has been quoted saying that she feels like a woman should have the right to do whatever she wants to do with her body. Trump has said that the estates will decide individually. I'm gonna let them go first, Tam, because you went first last. Trump, your guy saying that do you feel like that's the way it should be doing? And we can go with the role, all of those cases, but in just short terms, do you feel like that's the right way that should be handled?
Yes,
there?
I think each state should have a vote.
So you think that if you're not in that state, that you should have to cross borders and cross state to get an abortion? And then we're talking about the fertilization too,
Yes,
because
if
he
your,
doesn't.
if your state, I mean, if you don't vote in your state or your vote don't agree with it, then you have to cross to another state and handle your business.
Okay. Tam, what do you think about or this side, the blue side? Did you agree with that?
Yes, Scott needs that. Yeah.
Again, this is one of these questions that could be answered very simply. A woman is a human. A man is a human. And some folks think that they should be able to control another human, right? And that's what we're dealing with here. The question is not about states and all these different things, because that's kind of that's the game we're playing, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, the question that's being asked of these 2 candidates is, should a woman have a right to choose what to do with her body? That's what the question is.
Right.
And
That's
a woman
it.
absolutely should. A woman is a human just like a man. If we as men start to see policies where, at 16 we would have to have a vasectomy so we couldn't have unwanted pregnancies, and then the only way we could get that reversed is that if we were married and proven married and all that good stuff, I guess we could solve the same concern that's out here. But I think it is the most ridiculous thought that a person thinks they could tell another person what they can do with their body. Because we get into the whole thing about conception. I had a birthday on August 25th. That's when I came out my mama's womb. I appreciate it. I was 58, y'all. I was 58. Now, both my parents are dead, but if they were alive, I'd say, Daddy, when did you tap that? And maybe that's when I was conceived.
Right.
But I never had a conceived date. I got a birth date, right?
Right.
And so Dr. Springer came out, slapped me on the ass, and I started crying on August the 25th, 1966. So again, this is a hot topic. I get it. It's one that, has all kinds of sensitivities. But I really ask that people that are saying, well, it's okay to tell a woman what she can and cannot do with her body, and it has moved into this political space. It has moved into state votes. And I agree with you. If a state has a policy and you don't like it, you need to go somewhere else. But this topic, that's a whole different ball game.
All right,
so
I will not let you rebuttal. I want to get to the last thing.
So that's my point.
Is and I'm having a problem, and I would somebody could explain the project. I'm not letting you rebuttal. We're gonna move on. I want somebody to explain. No, because we was off air. But you started. But listen. No, but Street started, and Street said, but Street spoke for your team. You could have grabbed the mic and you could have spoke out to speak. Okay, but here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Can the moderator please?
So here's the deal.
Just chill, man.
Here's the deal. We're moving on. I need someone to explain. Project 2025.
I got to.
I don't know about it.
I do.
Can somebody tell me what that is? And I'll start
Created
with Tam.
by the Heritage Foundation.
No. What is it?
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, what is it?
It was created a 900 page, 1,000 page, a book or whatever you want to call, created by the Heritage Foundation, which is an extremely right-wing foundation that supports Trump heavily, with over 500,000 members, a lobbyist group. Trump tries to disassociate himself from this, but in this project, they want to defund so many organizations that benefit us as colored people. They want to go in. They want to dismantle the Department of Justice, education, abortion rights. Want to give police full immunity. You know what I'm saying? Ban porn, and I mean it's crazy. It's like 1,000 pages. You know what I mean? But all of the things are in there. Basically, gonna take us back about 50, 60, 70 years. Basically. Now Trump is trying to distance himself from this.
Got 1 minute, Tam. 1 minute.
He cannot, because guess what? This same Heritage Foundation, when Trump got elected back in, 2016, he took on 2/3 of their initiatives from the Heritage Foundation. With the Supreme Justices, with the Roe versus Wade, with the gutting the Civil Rights, Department and all of this. That's Trump's policy. Trump's policy is taking on whatever 2025, Project 2025 is, and the Heritage Foundation.
All right,
because
time.
that's what he did his last term.
Time.
Go ahead.
Is that your definition, Scully, or Streets, about Project 2025?
Project 2025 is true. It's from the Heritage Foundation, but it's not anything that has to do with the Trump campaign nor his policy. He has his own agenda. They did come up with this. They are Trump supporters. But the ideology, a lot of it, even Trump has said, you can fact check me, and I'm saying that a lot of it won't ever pass Congress because they're unconstitutional. There are things that just don't make sense from a constitutional republic for us putting into laws. It's not going to happen, okay? He is not supportive of it. He has openly said that, but the propaganda, the ideology of the left, the mindset of the left, is to keep saying Project 2025 and it's going to do this and it's going to do that, and it's all the way left of the truth of what Trump stands for and what he's about. Are there some things? I am speaking.
Hold on, Tam.
I am speaking.
I'm muting your mic.
A man has the mic. A man. See, this is why a woman can't be president. I need you to be submissive. I need you to be submissive.
God, Scully.
Be submissive.
Hold on, Tam. Hold on.
Be submissive, Tam. I've been respectful to you all night.
No, you ain't.
Be submissive. So, I love you. So what I'm saying is that let's not propagate fear into the ideology and mindsets of American people that are not going to read 900 pages of what it's about anyway.
1 minute,
but if
Scully.
I keep saying it over and over, and you need to be afraid of it, you need to fear it, and he's going to do this. Well, what is it? What is it? I don't know. Well, and then you got one person saying, well, it does this, and another person saying it does this, and we put fear into the mindsets of the American people of things that are just not true. The man doesn't support it. He's not for it. He has his own agenda. And, we need to understand that we have to, as black folks, as American folks, as voters, uninformed voters, we have a responsibility to go out and research and learn for ourselves and stop listening to the sound bites and the cuts and all of the other stuff that's out there to formulate a mindset to where we think, oh, this is going to happen. Biden said he's going to put y'all in chains. We ain't in chains yet, and it wasn't going to never happen, ever. So let's stop playing the game and being unintelligent and be the intelligent people that we are, that built this country from the ground up off of the blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors
All right, time,
and be
Scully.
smart enough
All
to
right.
make a wise decision.
Keep the mic, because we're going to
Okay.
stay right there. No rebuttal on that. Securing the border. What is Trump's policy or opinion on how he's going to secure the border?
Number one, we continue and put the right funding in to build a wall. The wall has been built. Actually, Kamala Harris ran a campaign ad that showed the wall that Trump's money basically built, and she's taking credit for it, but she was never the border czar. Let her say it. But now she wants to take credit for securing part of the border. Securing the border is completing the wall. It's making people come over the right way, as it's been instituted for years. It's also vetting individuals, and then those that are here, if they are caught, it's deporting them, and then they have opportunity to come back. Let's understand, they're not immigrants. They are illegal immigrants. They came here illegally, and we want to take that word out and just make it seem like it's just some people that just walk next door to their neighbors and want to borrow a cup of sugar. No, that is not what the hell it is. This is an invasion. And not only do we have people coming from south of the border all the way down from South America, we also have our enemies coming over. Understand, in the last year, there were 300 known terrorist groups that were caught coming across our border on our watch list, our terrorist watch list.
1 minute.
So when we say the people coming across the border need to be detained, they need to be vetted, and we need to be able to secure it, we're not just talking about color. We're not talking about Haitians. We're not talking about Hispanics. We're talking about enemies that come in, they plant sleeper cells or whatever, and here's what happens. We'll have another 9/11. We'll have other assassination attempts against the president. And while we're at it, I think that it also boosts the voting privileges. That's what the Democrats want to do, to give illegals the right to vote and boost their congressional seats in Congress.
Okay, Streets, you got a minute. Do you want to add anything about securing the border?
Yeah, we got to definitely secure the border. We got
Mike, close to you, Streets.
we got 14,000 convicted felons coming to the United States, rapists, murderers, and they don't even know where they at right now. They running loose. So we got to find them. That's it.
Okay. All right, real quick, Tam, we're going to the blue side. Okay.
So this is so comical. It's hilarious. So my guy down here, Scully, I love him to death, starts off with they're talking about instilling fear with 2025. 2025 and the Heritage Foundation and Donald Trump go hand in hand. It's all through there. It's very clear. It's his plan. Read it. I've read it. And it has some... Yeah, like I said, it has some very interesting stuff that I think if you just read, just Google it, and it'll give you the top 10 things that you should be concerned about. But the funny thing about this comment, it's about, they're trying to create fear. No, it's fact. It's there. But and then you listen to over here, well, they got these immigrants. We got 14,000 rapists and murderers running around here, and they're going to come over here, and they're going to vote, and they're going to do this, they're going to do that. That's exactly what goes on. You're exactly right. We've got a group, we got a president that tries to use fear. His dog whistles with the immigrants. I'm still
They did a
talking.
Trump on
Your
a
elder
Trump.
speaking. And so over here, so that's funny when you see that group try to say that others are doing exactly.
Right.
You don't see no Democrats running around and trying to institute fear. They just saying, hey, this is what's going on. Here's how we try to make a better America. But what it is, it creates fear, because when you have a group that uses tactics to continue to suppress people, to continue supremacy in this country, to continue to do things that keep the playing field very uneven, it's all you can do is try to say that the other folks are doing exactly what you're doing. Because this man over here articulated 15 things that were fear-based right after he said that's not what's going on.
Right.
Read Project 2025 as much as you can. Nobody's going to read 954 pages. I've read through that thing several times. But here's what I do suggest. Just Google it. It's in there, and it's tied to the Republican Party, and that's fine, because both parties do that. Democratic Party and
30
the Republican
seconds.
Party both have foundations that write plans. But again, this whole thing on immigration, yeah, it's a challenge. We need to fix it. But I tell you this damn much. I'd rather live in a country people fighting to get into, not out.
Right. All right, 30 seconds, real quick. Is there anything, since you got the mic in your hand, all right,
keep it rocking.
is there anything that you like, that you respect about Donald Trump?
That I respect about Donald Trump?
30 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that I love his tenacity. I love his just don't give up. And I tell you that as a business owner, as a person, I like that. Don't give up. Whoever you are, whatever you do, whatever you believe in, never give up. Get your tail out there. Vote. Vote for the person that you think fits your family, that will do the type things that are best for you. But yeah, Donald Trump, man, never gives up.
Tam, 30 seconds. What do you like about Donald Trump?
I like my white supremacy served on a platter. What I like about him is that he honest about who the hell he is up front. I like an open white supremacist than a closed one that I don't know who he is because I don't know who he dealing with. So I like the fact that he does come out and represent the lowest common denominator of the person in America. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't covert about it. So I like the fact that he let us know
All right,
who
time,
he is.
time.
There you go.
Streets. Is there anything that you like about Kamala Harris?
I don't like nothing about her because I don't even know her. She been in office 2 months. Ain't nobody know who she is.
That's sad.
So that's it.
Scully, 30 seconds. Is there anything that you like or respect about Kamala Harris?
No.
Okay. Last question of the night. The last question of the night. Who do you think will win and be our next president of the United States of America? I'm going to start with you, Streets.
Man, Trump, easy. Everybody, with all the votes going for Trump, it ain't even no argument. This is she losing in polls. And for this day right here, I'm going to remember, I want to be on this show back again November the 5th, laughing. Trump going to win easy.
Scully, who will be the next president of the United States?
I have no idea.
I don't either, Charlie.
I have no idea. I like to say that I believe in polls, but I don't. I think that polls are swayed depending on who does the asking and who they're asking. So I really don't know. I don't think the first debate swayed any direction one way or the other. I'm interested in seeing Tuesday night's debate between Waltz and
The vice president.
and Vance. So I wanted to see that. I think it would be probably a better debate than the presidential debate. But at this point, I don't know who will win. I'm really at
Time.
Okay. Don't know.
Tam, who do you think will be the next president of the United States?
I concur with Scully. I do not know. I have no idea. And then, like Scully said, don't really believe in the polls. Hey, they had Hillary up against Trump some years back, but she lost. So I don't really believe in the polls. I don't know. I do believe that the Democrats got a shot in the arm with Kamala coming out as being the runner for the Democratic Party. If you would have asked me this 3-4 months ago, I would have said
Tam.
undeniably
Time.
Trump. But now I don't know.
Scott, who do you think would be the next president?
Yeah, I absolutely believe Kamala, like Kamala, will be the next president. And let me tell you why. What we're seeing now is we're seeing new entrants to voting, right? We're seeing a lot of new folks in there, and they're all talking Kamala Harris, right? But they're going to vote. And then also, too, we're seeing a shift of moderate Republicans coming into the Kamala camp. So there's no question in my mind that she will win.
Good. I want to say to you guys, we were on side of being kicked off the air. I'll tell you this: we've got 50 viewers on here, so most of them came back. Obviously, a lot of times when we go off air, we don't get them back. A lot of them did come back because this is interesting. Go ahead and read a couple of more comments before we get out and talk to Way Up.
Okay, we got
still gotta
50
talk to
people on here. Can we go ahead and share this broadcast, please?
Yeah.
Like and share.
Just
for
skip
me.
some of them because we're not going to be able to get to all of them. Do you see any
It
of them
says
that are
Corin-
interesting?
Corin says Trump stopped the immigration bill so he can use fear.
A lot of stuff in there. There was a lot of stuff in that bill.
There was extra stuff in the bill.
Yes.
Jamal says illegal immigrants, gangs cross the border, taking over apartment complex.
Right. Facts.
Let me read some Democrat stuff.
Read some.
Okay.
Tristan, I don't need you to.
Marty North said Trump's
says-
platform is rooted in fear.
Janice says Scully, they had something in place for the border. of Trump and called his buddies and stopped it. Just like he wanted them to shut down the government, and they had enough sense not to go along with that BS. Let's see if I can see anything else.
That's it.
Marcia says, I pray
Shut the
Harris
government
wins.
down. Get rid of the Department of Education.
Marty says, we are not being truthful about the need of immigrants in this country.
We literally gotten dumber since the Department of Education has been instituted. Y'all do know that, right?
Say that again.
The country has actually gotten dumb. The country has actually gotten dumber since the inception and creation of the Department of Education. That is true. It is not. It is true. Just because you say it all sweet and light skin don't make it true.
Oh my goodness.
Listen to a black man, Scott.
So anyway, I would like to say thank you to the four of you guys who took
Thank
your
you,
Sunday
guys.
evening
Thank you,
to
guys.
come and have conversation. This was enlightening. It was entertaining.
It was.
There's a lot of takeaways from this, even in me trying to decide who I'm going to vote for. It's interesting that we can have conversation and we can still be brothers and sisters after this. It's
Very
great.
clean fight.
I know that Scott and Scully talk to each other every day, and they got on here and they fought, but you guys can still be cool.
But let me tell you something. He tried to kill my dog. He tried to kill my dog.
It was an accident.
Yeah, but you tried to kill my dog. And I ain't gonna forget
Now
that.
you kill us, Mike.
And what we might do.
Other folks after me.
So what we might do, and I don't know if you guys are having a watch party down at your place on election night. We might want to do a watch party down at y'all's place the night we might need to put that together. Do a watch party down there. Invite everybody come down there to watch the. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. But we might do a watch party down there at Scully and Scott's place.
Scott's place. I'm just managing.
Okay, well, Scott and your Scott's place, but we might end up getting together and doing that. That's good. That's good. Thank you again. Thank you for spending your Sunday evening.
thank
Thank
you
you for fighting fair. Thank you for giving your opinion. And we look forward to seeing how this come out. I'll tell you my own personal belief, and I told Tam this, and I, as a moderator, I tried to stay fair. But I do believe that the Democratic Party could have given us a better candidate to choose from. I think that when the thing came about Biden, they had to save. Now, you're rolling your eyes, Tam, but this is the truth. I think that they had to save all of the money that they raised, and I think Scully, we talked about that. They had to save all of the money, the fundraisers that they raised for Biden, and so that's the reason why they made Kamala. I feel like you should have a stronger candidate to be your vice president.
So let me respond to that. And I appreciate that. And you do. You have every right to say that.
Okay.
Again, as I've said since the first question, we have two candidates.
Yeah.
I think both parties could have picked better candidates. I think.
And there's a lot of truth. Let me hand clap to that.
Yeah.
Because that is true.
Yeah.
That
because,
is true.
I mean, again, the Republican Party, I don't have any problem with the Republican Party whatsoever. I got a problem with Donald J. Trump. And I think that the Republican Party had many opportunities where they could have said, you know what? Let's get a better candidate. I think in the instance of Harris and Biden, I think how the scenario played out, I mean, that's what happened. I mean, you're at a point where Biden rightfully stepped down. The guy guys, he's old. He's tired.
Yeah.
And so, and I think
You're going with that? He stepped
So-
down?
so the process in which right.
It's just an archy.
Okay, let's restate it. So
Yeah.
because it's got a problem. with that.
No, go ahead.
But again, I think the issue is that you're right. I mean, the timing and the folks that were there. I think both parties have candidates. I think both parties could have done better. But again, at the end of the day,
That's what we got.
candidates.
And let me finish. Obviously, I normally vote Democrat, right? But I feel like there's a better responsibility to not just vote for it just because it's a Democrat, to look
Agreed.
at the candidates, to see what they stand for, and make my decision off of that.
And everybody should.
And like I said, those are some issues that I had with Kamala. With Trump, I just feel like, I got to be able to trust the guy that's in the office, right? I got to be able to trust him. And some of the things he does, and giving on to what he's saying, some of the things he does are just not trustworthy. Now, I do understand that, I don't have a problem with a convicted felon. Like Streets, I've gotten into some trouble, so that doesn't bother me. But I do need to be able to trust the guy that he's going to make a great sound decision that creates value for everybody and not just a specific person or not based on your financial, what your W-2 says. I'm just, Scully, you're looking that way and I'm just telling you. Yeah. And so those are my issues. And that's why I was hung up. That's why, I don't know who I'm going to vote for, but go ahead. I allowed him, go ahead.
But to your point, what I want to say is this, is that I would like to see our country move from red and blue, Democrat, Republican, and a finance-driven campaign to allowing the other parties that are out there, Libertarian, Green, whomever, Tea Party, whatever, give them the opportunity to stand and speak and voice their policy, their ideologies, or their concerns, or the direction they'd like to see the country, or where they want to take it, because we may see some things that we like out of some other individuals that run for that same office, right? But everything is so money driven, right? And so we don't hear the independents. We don't hear these other parties. And so all we're given are two people to vote for, but the other parties are on the ballot on election day.
Yeah.
And then we get chastised if we vote for another party because they're saying we're splitting the vote,
right,
or we're, causing this person to win.
Right.
That's America. Get over it.
Right.
Give them the floor to speak no matter what financial backing they have or don't have, and let them debate with the other individuals on that stage. We need election reform.
Right. All right. Well, as I say, thank you guys. Thank you. Hats off. We're going to do something on election night. Scott has given us the green light to put that together. So we're going to try to put them together so that you can come and watch and celebrate whoever they name the next president. Contingent on that not being a run. Contingent that not being a runoff. I don't know who I can say. I guess I'll poll it to the people. If you want to comment, if you thought Team Red won or Team Blue won, I can say it was interesting.
I'm
it was
gonna be fair.
entertaining.
We're gonna win because most of your listeners are just blue. So I will just concede to that.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that, Tristan. If you want to come over here, we need to call Chris Webb. Come over here, Chris.
All right, I gotta go to the ladies' room.
And if you guys are tuning in, we're going to call Chris Webb. We're not going to get off the phone. Let's get Chris Webb on the phone and see if we can. I'm going to go ahead and mute their mics so they won't. Let me get Chris Webb, and I know we have been on this for a long time. Get a here. Here's your mic. You get to come over here because there's your headphone over here. Tristan, your headphone is over here. You need your headphone. All right, here we go. Put that on so you can hear. Thank you. They got to lock the door. Hey, Webb. The door. The key is in the door. I'm sorry. We're so late getting to you. We had some technical difficulties. The key is in the door, Scully. Appreciate you. We had some technical difficulties. You want to get your seat, Tristan, or are you going to stand? Can you hear it? You got her? Okay, let me see. Let me turn you up. What about? Can you hear it now? Can you hear it, Tristan?
Yeah, I can hear now.
Okay. All right, okay. Webb, are you there?
I'm here.
I'm so sorry to get to you so late. We were thrown off the air, and we had a lot of technical difficulties, and I couldn't get to you soon enough. But I know that you have a lot, well, not a lot, but something major that we need to talk about that happened this week. Okay, are you ready to talk about it?
Yeah, are you ready to talk about it?
Yeah.
I've been ready.
Hold on a second. Let me play your intro, and then we would talk about it. Hold on. Where's my Chris Webb? Let me find my Chris Webb intro. I know I got one in here. Okay, let's see. Videos. Here we go.
It's in the news.
News you can use. And we're talking about it.
It's in the news.
With Chris Webb.
All right, Chris will not let me say all the way from Texas, so I'm going to say we got Chris Webb on the phone. And Webb, can I tell you that I think everybody has been waiting on your segment ever since Tuesday. I think I seen Tristan on Monday saying he couldn't wait till Sunday. Apparently, I'll just let you talk about the one big story that you had this week. I'll let you bring it in.
Okay, so thank you for having me. Hey, everybody. Hey, Drea.
Hey,
Hey,
Chris, how's it
Jen.
going?
Hey.
I'm doing good.
Do you want me to play the
Okay.
video first, Chris, or you want to talk about it first? You want me to let me play the video?
Well, well, hold on before you play the video because I want to talk about something that a lot of people were also talking about too. You know, we didn't know that we could do this. So I just want to let everybody know exactly what happened and what Teresa actually did
Okay.
on the 25th.
Okay.
Okay. So what happened was Teresa, she executed a writ of execution, and that is a court order that enforces a judgment and directs a sheriff and any other official to take possession of a judgment debtor to take possession of a judgment debtor's property. The proceeds from the sale of the property are used to pay the creditor.
So,
So on the 19th, a writ of execution was signed by the judge.
okay, so
Now I
let's
had
take it.
found out about this, huh?
So let's take it back. So obviously, Teresa and Ebony went to court, and Teresa got a judgment. Is that what you're saying? Correct.
Correct. So Teresa had run a judgment.
Okay, and
So
go ahead.
Teresa was waiting for, her restitution. Well, I guess she had so many days to pay it because on the 18th, a judge signed off on a writ of execution.
And a writ of execution gives you the right, the ability to, and I think you had some expertise in this. Explain what a writ of execution is, Tria.
It's
Mike.
it's almost like when in the apartment industry, we have a writ of possession, and so basically what happens is you do file for a judgment. And once the judgment is received, after that judgment is received, then we usually file for a writ of possession, which means that we can take possession of the asset or we can take possession of the place. I guess in this situation, there was a writ of execution, which kind of allowed them to move as far as taking assets.
So Webb is this. So this is legal, Webb, right?
Most definitely, this is legal, and this is something that can be done if you are not paying off your judgment.
Okay. Okay. So
So
go ahead.
on September 25th, the writ of execution was executed, and Teresa was sitting in those chairs in her heels going live that
This
day.
motherfucker. What do you mean? Teresa was sitting in the chairs that come out of Ebony's house?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I think it's, some people might know exactly what you're talking about, but for the listeners who have not seen this video, obviously Teresa went live doing this while they were executing this writ. Okay. So let's pause here and let's play the video of Teresa's live. Okay.
Okay.
So, and she got me on camera, and y'all on private property.
Ebony, it's happening. There ain't no way about it. There's happening. There ain't no way about it. There's happening. It's happening.
Y'all can't take nothing out of my house.
Yes, ma'am. We have a court order.
No, you don't.
Sure do.
Where is it?
I served it to you.
Where's the
almost a month
search
ago.
warrant?
It's not a search warrant. It's a court order.
Where is it? Let me call my husband. I'm gonna call you back. Alright. And then why are they on my property?
Because they have to take inventory.
They can't take anything.
They are. We are.
And then how are y'all taking stuff that my name not on?
I already tried explaining that to you, and you wouldn't listen.
Man, y'all finna get out of my house. I'm finna call the police on the police.
Oh no. Now I'm just gonna tell you, Webb, that's crossing up. That's just a little bit too much. You mean to tell me somebody can now come on now, you laughing and shit. You mean to tell me that I can be at work and if somebody has gotten a judgment against me, I can come home and they will have all my stuff in a U-Haul packed up without me?
You see that shit? Look. I'm gonna tell you, I'm on nobody's side. I'm biased. It fucked me up. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you can just come pick. Like, what if she's smoking? She had some smokes or something like on the counter from smoking or something. Like, y'all just that's violation. Like, this shit was wild to me too. It fucked everybody up.
So
That's
let
why.
so let me ask you this, Webb. So they took the stuff in order to pay the debt. So what's going to happen with her goods?
Okay, so listen, let me just tell you. So listen, this story is so interesting because it has so many different layers. And, these two women are just really going to bless us with a show. And so we're going to watch it and we're going to see. But in real life, okay, so on the full video, you can hear Miss Kimbrough saying that she was going to file for bankruptcy, right?
Right. Well,
So
yeah.
we ended up confirming that Miss Kimbrough did indeed go file bankruptcy on the 27th. So if this is true, and she when it put her creditors on there, which we know she filed, she probably put Teresa's debt on there along with all the other debts that she owes. And so if that's the case, that protects her. And Teresa might have to get his shit back, but we'll know because Stephanie go live.
So got a judgment. I'm gonna take you through it. She got a judgment. Ebro did not pay her. She went to the judge and got a writ of execution. She takes the sheriff to this woman's house. How did she get in the house?
Ebony went there. Her spouse went there. What's the only other way she got up in there?
She broke in the house.
Okay.
So the sheriffs are able to go in your house without you there. Obviously, when
It's
she
kind of
came up,
legal breaking in.
oh, okay. So somebody's saying that they removed the locks. They didn't break in, but they removed the locks. But they went in without her knowing. She comes home. All of her stuff is in a U-Haul. You see the confrontation of. Now, who was the other lady? I seen that Teresa was.
They told me her name was Miss Wilma.
So let me ask you this, Webb. If you come home and your shit is in a U-Haul, and it's somebody that you owe, are you letting them just roll off with your stuff?
First of all, I'm not gonna do no shit to owe nobody. So.
Ooh.
You ain't gonna be getting sued.
I'm not gonna do nothing to owe no motherfucking body.
Right. But
it's ludicrous.
But she's gotten into this stuff, and I'm hearing you saying that Teresa was sitting outside in some of the chairs that she took out of the house.
She was sitting outside in those chairs in those heels going live.
Oh my goodness.
Well, let me just say this.
I knew you had something to say.
I was ready for Tristan.
I knew Tristan had something to say.
Regardless of the judgment, if you had to come take my stuff, you're not going to be sitting on my lawn in my own furniture. Because at the end of the day, and you live, and you got a notepad, a handy dandy notebook, and you're trying to embarrass me, I'm just going to have to take a battery charge.
I was like, Tristan, so you ain't letting them leave.
If you seen the full video, you would have seen.
That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. Because if it would have had been me, I would have slapped that pen, that phone. I'm slapping lips. You can't. That was definitely a learning experience for me.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
Everybody.
I didn't know that you can do that. I feel like they could do that, but I don't feel like they should be. I don't feel like they had the right to be on their line and her sitting on her couch.
Well, and somebody was saying, and I don't know that this is true, but somebody's saying that wasn't executed right by the sheriffs. That Teresa was not supposed to be there. I'm hearing Tam saying that's legal. I mean, not illegal, but that's dangerous.
It's extremely dangerous.
If the sheriff wanted to come and collect the things, but I think, having the person there to go live on Facebook to incite this makes it more stickier, makes it more messier, and so
it's giving people the illusion that they can come and do this.
Yeah, and so I think
they did get into a verbal confrontation, and she did call her a black ugly monkey.
Who called what? Who?
I said they did. Well, I said they did get into a verbal confrontation, and she did call her a black ugly monkey.
Oh my goodness! And nobody got into a fight. Well, obviously, this is going to keep. We've got to follow this because this is not over with. We've got to stay.
No, it's not.
You got to obviously with her filing bankruptcy, and she lists her as a creditor. I'm assuming that furniture, because you can't collect on any debt with somebody that's under a bankruptcy case. So now that furniture has to get back off the U-Haul and back into Kimbrough's house, which I don't know.
She's gonna go live. I can't wait.
I'm gonna just say, if I was in this situation, I wouldn't know what to do. So seeing this have a ricochet effect, it's like, okay, y'all do this all the time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all do this
Yeah.
a little too often because that's very both on
Y'all
both
brought this,
parties.
and
Y'all
if
going
they
back
end
and
up
forth,
taking this stuff back,
executing
it's
it,
crazy.
executing it. It's just y'all do this
Yeah.
way too much because I wouldn't know what to do in this situation.
Well, I seen it trending. It was a lot that day, and I think that she had gotten into it with a lot of the other people that had nothing to do with it. I actually reached out to both of them to come on to the platform, and Ebony said, "No, I'm straight on you." She said, "No, she wasn't. She
Hit that
wasn't."
button, hit that one.
She actually, she actually said, yeah. I mean, and listen, I don't know Ebony. I don't know, but she declined to come on because I do think I sympathize with her that she came home and that stuff. So I was wanting to give her an opportunity to get her side out. Anyway, she just said she was straight on me. She didn't say why. And so I don't know why, but if you are listening, Ebony, I'm pretty sure you probably is going to hear this live. If you want to reconsider, the invite is open. But for some odd reason, this story, we're going to follow it. We're going to keep up with it way up, and we're going to see what happens to the end of it. But you got one lesson that should be learned in this whole thing: pay your damn debt.
Pay your debt.
Pay your debt.
And you know what? And you know what? And in her true fashion as well, she, deflected the anger that she had, and she was just going around attacking different people and, just really going in and saying lies and shit because she's just trying to deflect from the fact that, she's probably just embarrassed, but she's gonna say she wasn't. But
Yeah.
she was.
Yeah. Well, is that all you got this week, Webb?
Yeah, that story was so major. We just got make it the main.
Yeah, that was a big one. That was a big one. Okay, well, we will talk to you next week, Webb.
Thanks,
All right,
Chris.
talk to you later. Bye, y'all.
All right, bye-bye. Before we leave, I need to play this one more advertisers. We've got a great opportunity for you to advertise. We're streaming about 150,000 streams a month, and I need to play this advertisement before we go from R&R Estates.
R&R Estates Farms, located in Little Rock, Arkansas, provides a charming venue and bed and breakfast, ideal for hosting various events, including weddings, corporate conferences, birthday parties, galas, networking events, workshops, live performances, theater productions, art exhibits, fashion shows, holiday celebrations, bridal showers, graduation parties, family gatherings, quinceañeras, themed events, outdoor festivals, wellness retreats, food and wine tastings, and photo shoots. Book with us today.
Let's re-elect Antoine Phillips for city director because he believes in better neighborhoods, better economic opportunities, better recreational opportunities. Early voting begins soon, October 21st. For more information, go to AntoinePhillips.com.
All right, thank you to R&R Estates, and also thank you for Antoine Phillips, who's running for city director, reelected. Please go to the polls and vote for him. Antoine Phillips, who's running for city director. I will also say a big round of applause and a big thank you to CC's Chicken and Waffles. She allowed us to be here. It is almost 9:30. We got here at 5 o'clock. We have tied her restaurant. I'll tell you, she has a new location on Fair Park. And I will put this flyer up here again. And Andrea, can you please give me the address up to her new address again?
Her address is 3301 Fair Park Boulevard, Little Rock, Arkansas, 72204, and the number is 501-246-3732.
3301 Fair Park Boulevard. It's right next to the pizza place.
And I'm sorry, Brian, that's 5752.
What is that? The number?
5752, yes.
What is the prefix?
246.
246. 5752. If you want to order your food, CC's Chicken and Waffles, she has been doing her thing for a long time, and she is serving our Little Rock, our UALR community right off of Asher. Please stop by and support Black business. Please stop by and support CC. She allowed us to come and broadcast live, so we're forever grateful and thankful for her. So big shout out to CC's
Thank
Chicken
you,
and Waffles.
CC.
Okay. All right. Until next Sunday. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will see you next Sunday, same bat time, same bat channel. Good night.
Good night.